2022 TS Demo Day.
To work with them, and it's my passion, and this is my mission in life. I love helping entrepreneurs succeed. But these stars, this year's theme was deep tech and impact in industries that needed it. And boy, this group of people delivered. I mean, they're amazing companies. I'll let you hear about them. I'm going to take a really short time here because they will tell their stories to you. Each team will be introduced by a mentor of Techstars, but now we're going to get started with the real show, and our first mentor to introduce our speaker is Jen Simpson.
Well, it has been an honor to walk alongside the 2022 cohort. I helped them and mentored them and coached them in developing their sales engine, because as we know, revenue makes the world go round. And so let's all stand and welcome Cody.
Hey everybody, my name is Cody Relic. I'm the founder and CEO at DroneAdair. Over the last 7+ years, I've been able to travel the world flying drones. I've collaborated with thousands of drone pilots, and I've noticed a ton of common problems. There are over 280,000 licensed drone pilots in the United States today, spending 50 to 60% of their time on these 5 tasks. With DroneAdair, we've built a platform to completely automate these 5 tasks. Pilots are also able to book jobs on demand, get paid faster, and manage all of their client data in one centralized dashboard. Companies that are looking to implement drones into their operations also have very similar problems, spending millions of dollars and employees' times finding the right pilot for their specific job. Companies with DroneAdair are able to book jobs on demand through our pilot network, manage their pilots internally if they have them. They're also able to customize data sets, distribute missions, and manage all of their operations in one centralized dashboard. Currently, we have 3 streams of revenue. Both sides of the platform are SaaS models. The drone pilot side is a free to $2.99 a month subscription. The enterprise ranges from $4.99 a month upwards to $10K, depending on licenses and technical support. Each job that is booked on a drone pilot's platform, we also take a small 2% transaction fee. In the United States alone, the drone industry is a $13.9 billion industry and continues to grow year over year. When we launch, we look to attack 4 main industries as well as the hundreds of thousands of drone pilots in the United States, which gives us a $1.11 billion market size. To date, we are pre-launch, but we look to release our MVP platform later this month. We have 441 early access signups with an email list of over 5,500 licensed pilots. I've personally interviewed over 2,200 of those pilots in the last couple years and been able to work with 100+ companies that are implementing drones into their operations. Our team consists of myself and Jan. Jan is our CTO who heads up the software development side of the platform. His knowledge and experience in growing and building SaaS companies has allowed us to navigate the build of the platform. I have over 7+ years of experience in the drone industry, creating other company, my previous company, Midwest Aerial Productions, on a brokerage model, was able to scale that across the United States, as well as work with hundreds of clients and thousands of pilots to know what works and what doesn't inside of the drone industry. Our long-term vision is simple. It's bridge the gap between pilots being successful at growing and scaling their businesses and allowing companies to use drones to their fullest potential by being the new standard in drone mission management. By implementing key APIs into our platform, such as airspace authorizations, on-demand maintenance reporting, and others, we are able to push the boundaries of drone mission management to new heights. So the only question I have for you is, who's ready to fly with DroneAdair? Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. I look forward to connecting with you all.
So please stand up and give Carly from Cahill Technologies.
Hi, my name is Carly Hill. I am the founder and CEO of Cahill Tech. We serve the heavy road and bridge construction industry. I grew up in this industry. These are my people, and I know their challenges well. But we have a big challenge as a nation. This $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill is at risk because 41% of the people trained and experienced in doing this work will be retired within the next 7 years. The biggest question that the companies doing this work are asking themselves is, how are we going to attract and train the next gen? And this is why I built Acquire. We are the only true full solution. We are a digital platform for transferring generations of information and knowledge into the hands of the next gen worker. This is helping companies drive down accidents as well as be highly productive in the field, taking advantage of all the projects that are sitting on the shelf. For employers, we're delivering frontline horsepower through trained workers, and it also tracks and monitors all of these activities for compliance. This is helping lower insurance rates and for them to get out there and bid on work. But for employees, we're working with vocational schools as well as job readiness programs to train and upskill people so they can deploy into these employment opportunities. This is really the bridge from know-how to build it now. And we have the traction of all of this incredible utilization. We have logged hundreds of activities and thousands of trainings in our system, and we also have a 250% growth rate with zero churn for the companies that we're working with today. Let's talk about growth. The total addressable market, $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, $100 billion of that will be spent on roads and bridges next year alone, which will grow by 5% each year after. Of that spending, 10% will be on training and compliance. That's a $10 billion market opportunity. And our team is poised to make the most of it. They're talented, committed, and driven to excellence. And here's our advisors. They sit on key influential boards across the country and make sure that Acquire is in the right room at the right time. And so we're making an impact. These are the partners, the investors, and the awards that we've achieved in just a few short years of being out there. So let's summarize. This retirement wave, it's happening. But we have significant traction as a solution with Acquire and are the only complete solution on the market. We have the right team to deliver on this product, and now is the right time for it to be out there. So thank you.
That is what the team at APSI is building, and I'm really excited to introduce you to the CEO, Turaj Helmi.
Hello, I'm Turaj, founder of AppSy. We are building the first conversational AI app builder. Look, every day 1,500 apps are being added to the app stores, but the tools to build them are not so great. One way is to use low-code or do-it-yourself platforms that we are going to look at in the next few slides. The other option is to go to a contractor or dev shop. These tools are normally super expensive, and the problem is that they do not deliver what they promise. But with the low-code platforms, if you use them, you know they are not easy. In fact, data shows that it can take 3 to 5 months for an average person to learn how to use these tools, and it can take more than 1,000 actions to build a normal application. In fact, these tools have been built for developers and product designers, but not for everyday people. It's a complex process. From the point that you have an idea in mind to the point that your app is published, it can take 9 different tasks. You have to work as a designer, as an app developer, and a database engineer, which is complex. In contrast, our process is super easy. Just speak your mind, and our AI is going to understand that. You explain your app, what features have to be in there, AI is going to understand those and sets you up with 20-30 screens right off the bat. You continue the customization just by conversation, and within 1 or 2 days, your app is published in the app. Voila. This is our user interface. It's super simple. You are just typing or talking, and you can see the updates in a real-time manner. This is a demo of our product. The user is building an NFT application, and they are adding like a real-time bet feature and so on. And you can see as they are doing it, they can see the updates in real-time manner. We have a perfect team to make this happen. Besides having a lot of experience in the domain, some of us have been managing very large teams, 100 people or more in Fortune 500 companies. I myself used to be the head of product and engineering at a major low-code platform in the past. The market is huge. It's $7 billion market, and our goal is to capture $200 million in the next 5 years. We currently are in revenue. We have customers worldwide. Our current MRR is 25K, and with the steady growth, it can reach 40K by end of the year. Our business model is subscription-based. People can start with a basic app at $100 a month, and they can top it up with as many features as they want. It can increase their rate to $1,000. Our current data shows that majority of the people are paying $250 to $500 every month. With that, I would like to thank you to join our startup. Just remember, you only need to speak your mind to build your app.
Like a little fire. Now rub them faster and faster and louder, and now clap.
My name is Dan, and I'm the CEO of Sketch.ai. I formed this company to tackle some of the challenges that I experienced as an engineer, and actually might have been responsible for creating. This is the complex language of the construction industry. Beams, lines, objects, shapes. Everyday estimators are tasked with extracting this information from these drawings. Even for the trained estimator, this task is extremely error-prone, highly repetitive, and can be very manual. The construction bid process starts with architects. Architects prepare those drawings. Those drawings are then sent to general contractors, and general contractors send those drawings to specialty contractors who are responsible for counting that material and attaching a price to it. We've built custom machine learning models that can detect objects and shapes with 90+% accuracy. We've built this tool with the estimator in mind. In a recapture style feedback loop, we're taking the corrections that the estimator is making and storing those in a database to increase the accuracy of our models. We've had 80+ calls, 20% of those booked demos, and 40% of those paid to be a part of our early adopter group. The average bid right now takes about 30 hours to complete. 20 of those hours are spent counting material. We're reducing that amount of time by 90% with a fully automated solution. Starting at $18,000, we'll be delivering our platform to a fabricator who completes about 120 bids and scaling upwards depending on their needs. This market opportunity is massive. There's $60 billion worth of opportunity here. 460,000 contractors, 300,000 general contractors, and we've started with our beachhead market, which is structural steel fabricators and erectors. Right now, estimators are using traditional click and drag software. We're giving them a platform that uses both the metadata of PDFs and combines machine learning to deliver a tool to them that learns over time. We've started with structural steel fabricators, and we'll be moving to different verticals all the way to general contractors by 2024. This is the team that's going to do it. Andrew is building our back-end software, Ona is building the front end, and Niraj is building the core detection models. Construction industry is ready and ripe for innovation, and we'd love to talk to you about how we are building the future of construction. Thank you.
Without
without further ado, let's all stand up, give a really welcome, Iowa welcome.
Hi, I'm Nicole Cook, founder and CEO of Elvie. I've been working in healthcare for my whole career, and I want to let you in on the mystery of why healthcare is so expensive in the US. Health equity is when everyone has the opportunity to achieve optimal health. And while oftentimes viewed through the lens of race and ethnicity, it comes in many forms. For example, children living in cities with air pollution are more likely to develop asthma, and women are more likely to be injured in a car accident because crash dummies were not tested on the female form. People living in rural areas are more likely to die from preventable illness, and men are 4 times as likely as women to commit suicide. Health disparities like these cost us over $93 billion every year, driving up the cost of healthcare and insurance premiums for everyone. COVID brought health equity into sharper focus, and healthcare leaders and policymakers agree that health equity is a priority. Beginning January 1st, over 22,000 healthcare organizations will now be required to both measure health disparities and demonstrate how they're advancing health equity. Despite this, organizations are ill-equipped to meet these new requirements due to a lack of data. And the problem is, as humans, we're biased, and we need technology to help us. That's why we created Elvie, an AI-driven software application that is fully integrated into the existing health record, or CRM, and provides patient-specific notifications about health equity issues. We make the invisible visible and bring to light problems like food insecurity and transportation problems. Our app helps to track and manage barriers to care and refer patients to get the resources that they need. We also help to collect and supplement missing demographic information so that organizations can measure health disparities and include indicators for health alerts and health risks. Our built-in social needs assessment automatically creates new barriers to care and collects ICD-10 codes. All of this data feeds into our health equity dashboard, where we provide a health equity score for organizations to easily and intuitively manage health equity. Our business model is based on monthly subscription plans with tiered pricing for different product features. Our customers are health systems, health insurance companies, and community-based organizations. And our users are anyone who interacts with patients or members, because we should take every opportunity to address health inequity. In addition to the strong regulatory tailwinds to support our solution, there's a growing demand for AI in healthcare. The current serviceable available market is $10 billion, and that's projected to grow to over $175 billion by 2029. Elvie is the first of its kind comprehensive health equity tool. We help our customers to activate their data with real-time insights, and our integration is so good that users don't know where their platform ends and Elvie begins. And we're one of the few solutions using AI and machine learning to identify health inequity. We've had amazing traction to date, and I'm excited to announce our partnership with Salesforce, the #1 healthcare CRM. Our application will be available on the App Exchange and available to payers and providers alike. Our team is uniquely positioned to build AI-driven software to advance health equity. I know the healthcare industry inside and out, and spent 7 years at Epic, where I worked with health systems all over the country. And our CTO, Phil Lerner, is an industry veteran, a former distinguished engineer with United Health Group, and an expert in data science and cybersecurity. At Elvie, we are fundamentally changing the way that healthcare is delivered. Please join us in making healthcare affordable and equitable for all.
Really excited to be introducing you today. So, Tuka, on page 1.
Hi there, I'm Pejman from Tuka. We're a developer tools startup helping engineering teams find regressions in their software during the development stage. As you know, real-world software is very complex. Almost half of the productive time of a typical software engineer is spent maintaining the existing system, introducing changes to make way for new features and improvements. Testing those changes is extremely inefficient. On average, it takes engineering teams 23 days to gain confidence whether their code changes work as they expect. 23 days. It's like building a skyscraper when you are blindfolded. Tuca pulls this blindfold off by reducing this time to a few minutes to give software engineers immediate confidence about their day-to-day code changes. To make this happen, we're bringing a new approach to the market. Instead of testing software for correctness, our product automatically compares the behavior and performance of any version of your software against a previous trusted version and visualizes any differences. We charge teams a modest fee to give them the same level of feedback that they receive from a junior QA engineer of, hey, I'm not sure if your code change is correct, but at least it's not breaking anything. That basic level of confidence is all that software engineers are looking for during the development stage. And we are uniquely positioned to win this massive market. Traditional test automation software are designed for QA engineers. That's why they are slow. That's why this problem exists. And visual regression testing tools are limited to testing software through the user interface. Our technology can test any complex workflow that may not have a web interface, like machine learning algorithms, data pipelines, and computer vision systems. Our product is already being used across 10 engineering teams who are reporting interesting new use cases almost every week. Some of these teams use Tuca to test complex mission-critical software systems at a scale. And we are seeing that as teams understand the value of our product, they start to expand their usage and rely more on it. So it's a matter of building on this momentum, improving our product based on all the feedback we receive every day, and scaling our business. And we've thought about this. We have a plan. Our entry market is machine learning and computer vision systems that are notoriously difficult to test and are underserved by the existing tools in the market. And we are growing to support any type of software. We have the stellar go-getter team to win. Taylor and Hassan have been working with me for a number of months now and are helping propel Tuca forward. So I want to close with this number again, the 23 days. Think about the size of the opportunity if you could make this number go away. Wouldn't you want to join us build a future in which software was faster and cheaper to make?
So with that, I'm excited to have Eric come on stage and talk about what Emigrate is.
Hi friends, my name is Eric Pakala. I'm the founder and CEO of Emigrate. At Emigrate, we're focused on eliminating marketing waste. Allow me to paint a picture. In the game of Battleship, it takes an average of over 50 attempts to sink the destroyer. Similarly, in many regulated industries, marketing can be an incredibly inefficient exercise. Mortgage lenders are a great example. Prior to working with Emigrate, our clients were marketing to over 50% of the population in their geography with direct mail. This despite the fact that only a small percentage of those people buy a home each year. To make matters worse, with rising interest rates, home buyers become more rare and harder to find, and lenders have seen a decline in their mortgage revenue by up to 94%. But lenders aren't alone in their wasteful use of marketing. As a country, the United States sends over $36 billion of junk mail to landfills every year, and this is just the tip of the iceberg with respect to marketing and efficiency. So, introducing Emigrate, where we harness thousands of publicly traded data sets with our machine learning platform, and allowing our clients to know who their future customers will be even before those people do. With our product, clients can score everyone living in a geography by their probability of purchasing a home. Just like everyone has a credit score or a FICO score, so also everyone has what we call a MAP score, the probability of buying a house in the next 6 months. Clients can access this data through our platform where they can build custom propensity scores. So not only are they looking for home buyers, but also home sellers, movers into senior housing, downsizers, and much more. With our performance dashboard, clients can monitor the efficiency of specific campaigns and ensure their compliance with fair lending guidelines. So now, rather than marketing to the majority of the population, lenders using Emigrate can reach the majority of home buyers in only 1% of the population. This is what it looks like to pinpoint the destroyer for mortgage lenders. It means more hits and fewer misses. It means reaching more customers with less waste. This technology has an initial TAM of over $5 billion, and we're focused on real estate, lending, and senior housing. We charge a simple monthly subscription based on the size of the population scored. I'm proud to announce that in the last 16 months, we've sold in 4 industries, generating over $360,000 of revenue in Iowa alone, and in preparation for a nationwide launch, we've quoted over $2.2 million in recurring revenue. In a field of competition, Emigrate stands apart, both in terms of efficiency and performance. Our toolkit is also highly flexible, allowing clients to build a broader range of propensity scores for their needs. And are we ever the team for this job? My co-founder, Stephen Bowser, and I have a rich background in mathematics, actuarial science, and machine learning. Lucas Kraus, our CTO, has designed and built one of the world's most powerful collapsible cloud computing systems, which we use to train our models. And finally, our fearless head of sales, Randy Keys, has over a decade of experience working with mortgage lenders. Today, we serve real estate, lending, and senior housing in Iowa, and tomorrow, we expand across the US, bringing on new industries like consumer automotive, insurance, manufacturing, and much more. Please join us in making the world a more efficient place. Thank you.
And I'm really excited to introduce them to you. Everyone, Cambrian Protocol, changing the future of work.
We are Cambrian Protocol, a Web3 future work company. You can think of us as Upwork built on blockchain technology, but the vision is bigger than that. With blockchain, money has become programmable, and with programmable money, we're able to reimagine the nature of work from first principles. Fundamentally, work is an exchange of goods for services. Turns out, though, this seemingly simple exchange is really hard to do safely and securely because our good, money, isn't digital, and it isn't integrated with our exchange of services. Freelancers know this pain better than anyone. Millions of unpaid invoices, 20% value extracted from work platforms, bounced checks and wire transfers that never come through, being defrauded by customers and having no time, money, or even jurisdiction to try to collect. What if instead of signing paper contracts electronically, we signed electronic contracts? What if instead of getting promises in exchange for our work, we could work knowing we'll be paid instantly and automatically? What if when there was a dispute over our agreement, it could be resolved in the same software we used to make it? And what if by that very nature, that software was a perfect and immutable record of our professional activity? Cambrian Protocol is tackling the future of work from first principles. We aren't just putting a token or a marketplace on a general bounty contract. We're discovering the open source protocol that will optimize how money is programmed for labor and services. In the process, we're unlocking the power of smart contracts, customized specifically for every unique job. We call these solvers. And we're right, because while smart contracts are better than dumb contracts or no contracts, a freelance writing smart contract should be different from the smart contract a traveling nurse will inevitably be legally required to use. We've created a decentralized platform to be owned and governed by its users. And not just governed by its users, but built by its users. With our no-code interface, freelancers and entrepreneurs can build the perfect solution for their use case and then publish it for the world, earning residuals when others use it for their own enterprise, thereby financially incentivizing a decentralized takeover of Web 2 markets by Web 3 technology. A few screenshots. We've got a no-code composer here that enables the creation of augmented solvers for labor and services. From your dashboard, you can select a solver template. You can input the details of the job. You can work on change requests, and you can then manage your work history and so forth. We've raised $400,000 of pre-seed and grant capital, architected the protocol, and tested the technology. We're about to start a POC with 2 of the biggest names in the space, Bankless DAO and Chainlink, with whom we will execute a decentralized content marketing deal. This deal, between an enterprise and a DAO, will not only validate our technology, but the entirely new form of commercial B2B sales that it unlocks. All that so far on a lean and mean, perfect 3-person team. Someone to build it, someone to sell it, someone to make it beautiful. Today, we're focusing on optimizing the launch of our governance token, building out our tool set, and preparing for our product to scale.
Please join me in welcoming co-founder and CEO of MetaFuel, Danny O'Halloran.
Hello, my name is Danny O'Halloran, CEO and co-founder of MetaFuel, a smart fleet platform designed for the trucking industry. The trucking industry is highly regulated, requiring quarterly compliance reporting on multiple vehicle-level data points. And fuel tax is a great example of this, with over-the-road trucks required to report on fuel records or receipts, as well as trip history data, or where they've been. And the majority of over-the-road trucks are equipped with telematic data measurement devices, capturing that trip information. However, the translation of that data into compliance is highly inefficient. Add on the fact that 93% of fleets in this country have 7 trucks or less, meaning the owner is likely operating one of those assets. The administrative hours needed to translate these inputs into compliance reports is unsustainable in this highly competitive market. In other words, IFTA sucks, and fines for non-compliance can really suck too, with our first customer experiencing a $94,000 fine, the price of another asset in their fleet. That's where we came in. MetaFuel has provided the solution, a seamless web app experience that allows drivers to simply snap a photo of a receipt, eliminating the need for fuel record retention. Integrated with your telematics system, the calculation and combination of that reporting instantly occurs in the MetaFuel cloud, allowing for a one-click download experience. But we aren't done innovating here. We asked ourselves, how can we streamline this process even further? And that's why I am thrilled to announce that we will be partnering with Stripe to provide the next generation in fuel spend management. This is the intersection of your telematic and financial data in your operation. Coming early 2023, MetaFuel's Fleet Card has embedded fraud protection and high levels of administrative control. That means peace of mind for your business. And that's me in the truck. I'm a third-generation trucking entrepreneur. I grew up in and around this space. And I realized that in order to facilitate a paradigm shift, I needed the right partner to get the job done. And I looked toward my decade-long friendship with Jake and know he's the right person to get this job done. Having come from the insurance space, working with big data, distilling that down into value, I realized he's the perfect translator for vehicle-level data oceans into intuitive business insights. And we've been on quite a journey thus far. Having started just earlier this year with development in February of 2022, a month later we brought on our first customer and key development partner in Trivista with their 375 assets joining the MetaFuel platform. Then we joined Techstars in May of 2022 to add a little rocket fuel to our journey. And we've now set up our Lighthouse customer profile this last month with 250 assets ready to onboard soon and many, many more to come. This market opportunity is not insignificant. Just in US IFTA compliance, this is a $1.5 billion market opportunity across 2.5 million trucks. But compliance is where we start. Where we're going is what gets us so excited as we're building out predictive diagnostics, smart notifications, and ESG and sustainability insights. We're the partner to future-proof and modernize legacy operations. My name's Danny O'Halloran, and this is MetaFuel.
Thank you all for being here. My long-term friends, new friends, this is just incredible. Thanks for all you do for entrepreneurs. All right.